We were at church one Sunday, and the pastor was talking about stop complaining about what your community doesn't have and start doing something about it. And we looked at each other at that point and knew that we had to do this.
When I think of coffee, I think of, even whenever I was a kid, my mom she had a fancy coffee maker. She kind of ingrained, the love of coffee in me.
My parents drank a pot of coffee every morning, Folgers and a powdered creamer and all that.
River Roasters came about from just the want of having a coffee shop in our area.
When we had that thought, we were footsteps away from what eventually became River Roasters. We started putting some things on paper. We started building our playlist to see what kind of
what the feel would be.
the look and feel of everything. The money that we needed for a down payment, I jokingly said to Candace, we could sell our house and we could afford to do a good push towards building out the cafe. And she said, let's do it. We set a date, and that was December 1st, 2018. We're going to open, whether we're ready or not. Before we opened, I started to see a lot of people outside and started getting a little nervous. I went to the door, unlocked it. I tried to beat that crowd back to the counter where they ordered, and I started taking orders. And before I knew it, that line was around the building. By 2 o'clock, I think, that day, we were sold out of everything. Then we opened Thursday, and we have been running ever since. It was always a thought when we put together the plan, wanting to roast our own beans. We feel like it's a special thing to have something offered that's made in Pomeroy that the community's proud of, and now we can take that product out to other communities and have our name on it. We wouldn't be operating at the same capacity right now without the JobsOhio Inclusion Grant. That grant helped us purchase the roaster. We were able to scale up to a point where we can now move our business into larger accounts, wholesale. We're already starting to sell in other grocery stores, supplying other cafes, just like we had dreamed of from the start.
We would describe River Roasters in a way that is welcoming to everyone, a cool place to hang out, a place where you can come and do schoolwork, college work, a place where everybody can feel comfortable. We're not just a coffee shop.
It's really cool to be a part of people's morning rituals. Now we see the same people every morning on their way to work. We know their names, where they work, and becoming a center hub for the community as they go off in their different ways for the day. When new people come in, even from out of town, like I've met someone that came up to the counter and they're like, what's going on here today? It's like, this is Saturday at River Roasters. And those people come into town, they'll have some coffee, have some lunch or something like that, go around to the other shops, talk to the other business owners. They really get that sense of community just as they pass through, like how a small town is, and they may have never felt that before. So, I think it's a pretty special place.
It is pretty special.